Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back to Celestial Empire once again. Now this game is in development and it is, well, still not coming out anytime soon, but I'm invited to the playtest and I thought why not just try it out again because it is a beautiful game. I've actually played it a couple of months ago and it was pretty nice back then, and well, some updates also happened, and yeah, it's one of the most promising city builders that we have right now on the market, on the horizon I should say. And it has, well, as a lot of Chinese city builders, it has a lot of similarities with games that we already know of, most notable of course Anno 1800. So even the same icons in some way that we have right here, also the same building materials. Nonetheless, it is also adding a lot of its own features to the genre that I would like to explore, and we'll just see how nice the game is right now. One thing that comes to mind, of course, is the beautiful graphics. The other thing is, though, also heavy motion blur that is still there, right? So sorry for that, it's not on my end really. I also cannot deactivate it. Now let's just have a look and just play this game again. The first thing that we need to start with is our big palace. And yeah, let's just actually have it so that it looks kind of like central to that shrine that we have over there. And then we can basically place this one here and found our city. And with that, we have this beautiful, really beautiful, look at the details, beautiful building there. Even up to this point here. How close you can actually zoom in, right? And you can see the people then. This is new, right? So this is lots of details that were added basically. And let's go ahead and start. Like every city should be started, and that's with a proper road. The game doesn't support two-tile roads, right? So I would love to go with a bigger street here, but it would look horrible, right? So let's just do this here. As you can see, it's just the same street then that you have. So we could do it here. Then you actually have this empty path in between. We can actually do this and have some ornaments in there, right? For the main street, as I usually like to go for. There's a river over there. We're going to need a river down the road. Like literally. And then we just have some additional roads here going into the forest. And then I can see some resource deposits over here. So some rocks and stone. That is something we're going to need. Now for my first buildings, really, it's all about the huts, the houses. So let's go ahead and actually have the first huts here. And yeah, it's actually, as you can see, almost looks like the farmhouses in Anno 1800. But still, in a Chinese version, I love this because there's not enough Chinese city builders on the market. I just love that setting. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's also have some additional housing here. We're going to leave a courtyard in the center for some ornaments then as well, right? Game wants me to build like around 10 of these huts, so let's actually have 11. There you go. And let's also have these people connected with a proper road in between. And with that, we also get the first people, right? And walking around now on the streets. And what I just love about the game is that even in the playtest right now, it looks so polished, right? So, of course, there's some occasional bugs, performance is heavy, but outside of that, you have so many polishing things already. Like the animations look super smooth and the LODs just right, and it just looks fantastic, honestly. Now with that block, we actually need to build an inventor's workshop near the houses. So this is a service building, right? So we could have it, the first one over there, and this one is then creating science points for us. So this is where the scholars are now researching in the inventor's workshop, and it's producing now. It also has 26, 34, so this is climbing citizens in its range, right? We need at least 200, so these people are still moving in, right? So there's still not all of those people living in one of these huts here. So we're providing rice and logs, but that's out of my storage, so we need to make sure that we actually also have this production up. So over here in the forests, I would like to go with, yeah, my first lumberjack. And even that has the same radius as Anno 1800. So it has the same layout of its surrounding area. And we're going ahead and say 14 or 15 cells that we have there. And then I need a sawmill as well. And what we cannot see here is its production, right? So its production potential. So right now I'm assuming it's 1-to-1. So that we built the sawmill over there. And I'm going to connect it with the road then to the lumberjack hut. Right. And one more thing we still need though is also storage, a warehouse. And I'm going to have that warehouse somewhere down here. We can also see the radius on the streets. So I'm probably going to have more production over there. So let's have the warehouse in this area too. For now. And now the carriers are taking care of it, right? Getting the logs from the lumberjack hut and making planks out of that. And planks is what we always will need in our production. So the other thing we still need is the rice production. For this I need a simple rice farm that we can place here. And the rice farm needs then those rice fields that we want to have. Up to 80 fields it is, so we can draw it ourselves manually over there, right? And one more thing is though, that we need is then irrigation. And for that we need to find a suitable location. This one here is right, so this one has the right location to the river. This is outside our range, right? So I cannot do this really. So let's have the pump over there. And this one has then the canal system that we can get. And with this, we can then start the irrigation of those fields. I think we need to go all the way down here. And then also all the way down here to actually have it all irrigated, right? And this field is now working, this rice farm, and is producing basic rice for food. What we still need though is a granary close by. So I'm going to make sure that we have one right over here. And with that also my food production has started. Looks like they're beating something or praying. The game actually tells me that I should build more houses. So houses it is. We can have a bunch of them here and also here. I'm actually going to keep a bit of a distance there to this inventor workshop. Right, and here we still have a bit of space, so they are going to get their coverage. And then I would also like to have a bunch more here.
You can't build here, my majesty.
Depends on how many planks we still have. And these guys are also getting their road connection. And here we still have the inventor workshop, so we might also just add some additional housing here. What I like right away is that we can see our balance of goods when we hover over the needs, right? So here we can see right away that we have a surplus of 1.3 rice right now per minute. And here we can see that we have not really a surplus because we're building a bit of stuff, right? People need logs actually for fuel, I guess. So I probably should build another lumberjack hut. Oh, Governor, a city resident clad in rotting rags tarnished with mud has asked for new clothes. Guaranteeing access to a supply of clothes should increase satisfaction. Okay, we have 3 months time for this. And we need to produce hemp. And then in addition clothes. And for clothes, however, we still need 150 peasants. Yeah, and hemp farm we need to unlock with the research points that we have, right? So we have the forest over there that I would like to go with. Perfect. And then we have the hemp farm over there that I can unlock. And with that, we can now build the hemp farm as well. Where should we have it? Probably close to the rice farm, but I still want to keep some space for rice. So let's actually have the hemp farm then here at the edge of the village. Something like that. And then we can have our... How many fields is it? It's only 50 fields, so it's a relatively small farm. And this one also needs now irrigation. That's not ideal. Because I think I cannot actually get that far, right? Nope. So we need to actually rethink this one. I'm actually going to make it over there where we have the warehouse already. The advantage here is that we also have irrigation and the warehouse and then the potential building here for the production. And let's go ahead with the first hemp farm, and we still should make it so that we have another second rice farm here as well. So both of this should be possible in this area. Oh, there's once again some mountain. I can only go this way, and here it's actually ending. What is that? This is my field. Let's just see if we can make it work. Can I have it on both sides along the irrigation? Yes, we can. Okay, so this should be fine because here we can still have the rice farm. And then we have the hemp production. And now one more thing I need actually is the cloth production. There you go. And now we can build the hemp cloth tailor. Let's have it then right here by the hemp farm. Production has started. And I hope that we have... Oh yeah, we have a very good surplus of clothes right now. We really have lots of space over here, so we shouldn't get cramped too much. So I can actually continue with my road, probably not over the rocks. Over the rocks I can. And then we actually need something new, and that is a watchtower. With this one, I can expand the city's territory, and it gets more expensive every time I build it, right? So we should be careful by how many we build and always take the maximum of possibilities. So this one looks nice, right? Because with that, we can actually get a lot of additional territory in. There you go. And with that, I can now go ahead and continue building right in here. We're going to build us another warehouse then in this area. Oh, we need more planks, yeah. And then we can actually do it. For now, let's have a lumberjack hut, probably also over here somewhere. In the back of everything. There's not that much space anymore. The first thing I need is actually a forester, so that we make sure that we have enough trees in the surrounding area, right? And then we can have another forester now here. And now it's a bit more. 12 cells. That should be fine. Connected. So that it also has an access to the warehouse that we need.
Winter is coming.
Okay, winter is coming. We have seasons. I think we still have autumn. Not even autumn though, by the look of the trees. Oh, that's nice. We can also right away upgrade our buildings in here with improve the building range by 1 cell. For 100 science points. I think I'm going ahead and do this. And with that, we have a bigger radius here for this forester. And yeah, we have a surplus of clothes, wood, and rice. Next in line would be a market then. Hasn't been unlocked though at the moment. We still need to reach more peasants for this. The light of day begins to fade in the middle of the morning. Looking up, you notice something that looks like a disk of pure blackness moving across the surface of the sun. Soon the blackness has almost completely covered the sun and dusk falls over the country. The air cools and the birds are quiet and motionless. The celestial dragon has eaten up the much needed sunshine for the crops. And we can send an expedition to a neighboring city to look for a solution. How am I supposed to do that? We have an eclipse. Okay, so rice is now going down. That's because, of course, the eclipse, right? We are producing not that much. Can I see how much rice we have in the storage right now? Yeah, 49. That should be sufficient, right? Because we're only losing 2.3 per minute, so we can survive quite a few minutes with that. The eclipse should be gone by then. What we can do in the meantime, though, is the only thing I can really do right now is building more huts so that we can unlock additional buildings. So right here at the edge of my town. Right, and there's then the shrine. Here. Going down. And these buildings, they have access to the inventory. We want to have quite a lot of them. Because obviously I want to have more science points.
You can't build here, my majesty.
Okay, according to these old records, this dragon is sensitive to loud noises. Therefore, in order to get rid of it and restore the light in the sky, it is necessary to create as much noise as possible. These sounds will be designed to disturb the dragon and make it leave the sky. Okay. Use fireworks. This will cost me. Or use the peasants. Engage the peasants. This will take 4 minutes though, which is fine. I'd rather save the money. We have the workforce. And they're not good for anything right now anyway. There's also now the market that we can unlock with the research points. And there it is. The eclipse is over. And production should return to normal. And yeah, let's build the market. It's actually unlocked now, so this adds to happiness then. It's a pretty big building with a nice radius though, I'm pleased to see. Right, so where should we have it? Probably want to have a bit of symmetry down here. So this location looks right to me. We get all of these buildings in actually. And I do have then also more room over here to build more huts up to... Actually, yeah, all the way up to this point here. Perfect. Beautiful building. And let's also get us a few more huts in. So this looks a bit more lively. With the happiness increased, more people move in. Right, so we have now the full 10 of 10 people. living here. We also have achieved all the peasants. Now we need to upgrade them. However, I will need planks. Way more planks for this. With that, however, the rice is now really negative. So I should also work on an additional rice farm somewhere over here. Just beside the other one. The irrigation is already there. Can we actually... Perhaps? I mean, I don't know how much more rice we're going to need. Just trying it out now like this. Would be plenty. There you go. 80. There we have it. Oh, there's not enough irrigation, but can we have an upgrade? No, we can't. Can I have a canal pump transports the water? And with that, we can actually transport it a bit further over there if I want to. Let's do this. Right. And with this, we have it fully irrigated. I don't need those two fields though here. There we have it. Right, I can still squeeze in now a hemp farm there. This is then fine. And then we need another pump actually to make it work. What I can, however, also do is upgrade them with the research points that we have. And we can double the workforce, or we can change the bonus from the oxen by 100%. I have no idea what that means. Improved oxens. Does this lead to more rice? That would be the idea. Or we just double the workforce. Let's do this. Right, and with that we produce more now. We have the workers. We got 246 peasants working there right now. And with that we hopefully should get something in. There's a negative event. Demons are coming to your village. Over here they are. They're negatively affecting now this area. Those demons. Can I do something about that? I don't think so. I don't have anything to counter that at the moment. Ah, there it is. A shrine generates faith points, protects huts from demon attacks, positively affecting the capacity as well. Let's go ahead and unlock the shrine. And with that, we can build the shrine. And where should we have one? We are going to need a couple of them. Of course, here we have the attack at the moment going. I should probably start with my first shrine. So we're now fighting those demons. And also generating faith points. And those we can then also use to contact the gods. This is really cool. So we got the 3 major gods here. Ao Kuang, Nuva, and Wukong. And we can then use our faith points to unlock miracles that we can then use in our village. Loving that! Okay, now we can add the additional workforce actually with a slider. So we have plenty of people, and with that we can reach productivity of 170%. And we need to do this for every single building, right? So that's 60 more farmers that we're using with that. And with that we hopefully should have now a nice food production. There it is, +3. Perhaps it's even higher than that. 2.6 it is right now. That's fantastic. Now, the city so far grows. What we need to do now is build a monument. And we actually need to unlock this one all the way over here, the Emperor statue. And with that, we have our first monument. There's a bunch of them, right? Yeah, there's another one. And there's another one. So lots and lots of tax that we have available here. What else do we have? A bamboo clump. So this one here positively affects the capacity of houses. And then we have a fountain that also affects the capacity of houses. Then we have the renovative workshop. And that's it. So let's have a look at these things. The first one is, of course, my ornaments. And look at that. We can just squeeze it in there nicely, right? And this is affecting all of them. It doesn't need a road connection. And with that, we have 2 more peasants that we can squeeze into these houses. That's super neat, right? In addition, we can have these bamboo clumps. Like I have one here and one here. And with that, didn't really get that much more out of it, right? So I think it doesn't stack, unfortunately. I would like to have another one though over here for these people, and also here, so that we can squeeze in more people than ever. Unfortunately, we're not getting any taxes from them yet, so this is something. They're, however, quite happy, so I could provide taxes now. There it is. And with that, as you can see, we're also losing their happiness, right? But at the same time, I'm making some money finally. So let's do this. Let's just see how it affects my happiness then. So it's going down a bit now, but we're also making a lot of money now out of taxes. Almost 400. Perfect. and my population stays happy all the way. So that shrine that we can build, the first one, let's actually have it over there. It has a tangible bonus, and that is it reduces the workforce of nearby industrial buildings by 20%. So I would like to use this for all my industry that we have over here right now. But of course we're not savages, so I'm going to have a bit of room around that. With that we reach the age of artisans, and we can now have a bonus here. Or actually a specialization. No changes, or do we want to go for no limits? There is no need to build watchtowers to expand the city anymore. However, we need to pay a tribute per year, that is gold, rice and log per citizen. Or we go with rations. You can set fuel and food rations to maximize your income. Basic food and fuel consumption will increase though by 10%. I think I like this. So let's go ahead and take this bonus, because 10% increase is really not that much. And with that, we still have everything positive, right? And we have now the fish fillets as a new demand. And there is now the thing that we can set here, right? So taxes, food rations, and fuel rations. So if I have enough, for example, of the food, like we have right now, I probably can go up to higher to, yeah, have more happiness. And with that, just see how it changes. With that, we can raise the taxes even higher without losing too much unhappiness.
We are running out of rice.
Okay, now we actually lose the rice though. So let's actually get this one back down. Didn't help me that much yet. We can still keep the taxes though, right? Because people are still staying happy. So that's that. And there's this beautiful shrine. I mean, look at it. Fantastic details. And yeah, let's have it connected. There you go. Also on the back of it probably. Right, and then we have just this one behind our yamen. And in that case, this is now reducing the workforce for all my buildings here, right? So we are not needing that many farmers anymore, and with that we have 300 available again. Perfect. Next up, we can promote our first citizens. That's actually really important. So we have provided all the needs, and now we can go ahead and upgrade them. There you go. Let's start with the first ones. It's costing me quite a bit actually. Tier 2 we have achieved. So we, as we can see, we have up to tier 4 available right now. So I wonder how these buildings will look, because that looks already fantastic. Those buildings, much more detailed and more sophisticated. Also, they're hopefully going to pay me more taxes. Right now the artisans are not paying me any taxes. A bit they can pay, right? But I want to keep them happy, really. That's it. They want fish now. Yeah, also more rice, so we lost the surplus here. Also lots of more resources. Tea house, warm clothes, tea drinks, cinnamon. So one thing I actually want to do now is increase my log production. So let's have the next logging camp over there, right? In this new area that we actually expanded to. And we can have then this road going all the way up. There's then also a sawmill that we have close by. And of course also, once again, a warehouse. And here we have plenty of space to produce more logs and stuff like that. So I could probably have more fields over there. However, we can also, of course, expand into this area once I have more planks. And we need to have the river close by if I want to use it for fields. So up here is also possible on this pretty huge map, actually. And yeah, with that, we have unlocked now these buildings here, right? So we needed to have the monument here first, and now we can go for it. There's also the statue of Pengu. That's also giving a nice bonus. But there's the fisherman. That's pretty important because we need to start producing fish together with the fishmonger. That's already 400 research points this costs. There would be a bath then, the sorghum plantation, animals, duck farm, the warm clothing over there. So lots and lots of new buildings. Clay, and with that, the brick production. Nice one. Let's have a look at this first. So for the fishermen, probably need to have the river close by. So let's have the next watchtower over here, and then we can have another one over there. And as we can see, the cost of plank is going up and up with every one that we build. It should be fine for some time still. And with that, we have this river here available. Can I build now something? Yes, there it is. The fisherman, probably going to have it a bit further away there. Let's also have the road connection from over here, right? So this is the main one. Then we are going over there. There is a bridge appearing. That's pretty neat. And then we continue into this black area. I think this is a visual bug though, right? So this was already there the last time. I think it doesn't mean anything. At first I thought it was oil. But it's not, obviously. And then we have this road basically going up here. And also here. There seems to be something here. We have an overlay. So we can see the clay deposits on this map. And yes, this is a clay deposit. Fantastic. We're going to reserve this one for later. And I will definitely also need a granary here then, and a warehouse. I'm actually going to have both of them here a bit central, and around there we can have then the farms. However, before I can build the fishmonger, I need tools. And tools is actually the second tier list, so it's not bricks. They thought they were creative here. And it's tools actually. A copper mine, a tin mine, a bronze smelter, and then the blacksmith. So we need to find some deposits for this first. That would be the copper. There it is. Very good. It's close by, actually. So let's have a warehouse here, a bit further outside, perhaps. There you go. And then we can have our production setup. That is the copper mine. Yep, we can build it on top of that. And I'm making sure that we're using as many of these tiles as possible. 14 of 14. 14 of 15. 15 of 15. That would be it, probably. And I want to make sure that we actually are able to have another one here. I'm going to have the road then here. Is that possible? Perfect. Right, so we can still make that connection. It's connected to the warehouse now, and it's producing copper. What we still need is also tin. And the only tin deposit is here. Is that right? By the shrine? Okay. Can't see it. We do need a tin mine for that.
We are running out of rice, my majesty.
Again? Really? It's okay. We actually have a surplus. But we have no more rice. So let's actually have the next irrigation. Here. Right, so can it go over the road? Perfect. It even creates a tiny bridge. Look at that. Cute. We're not limited by roads around it. I love this. And I guess also we're going over here then with the irrigation. Right, and then we can start with the next rice farm. Now, question here again. Do we need to have it connected, or can it be on the other side too? This one actually needs to be on the same side, right? So this here, the way we did it, doesn't work. So I cannot just build it over here, unfortunately. There you go. So we still have lots of flexibility here now, right? I can have another one here if I have a watchtower and stuff like that. On the other side, perhaps there would be room as well. We have some planks, so let's actually get that. Yeah, I hope that there really is the tin here somewhere. Perhaps it's meant to be down there. We'll just see. We can have our expansion here, right? The next one will already cost me 40 planks. And with that, we have this area available. And let's just check it out where we should have now our tin production. Okay, so tin actually need to be placed on a river, right? It's not connected to any deposit. I don't know why tin deposit shows me then, because you can literally build it on any kind of river that you have and make it work. So let's have it over there, where we also will have the fishermen then, or a bit further down perhaps. Yeah, I think let's have it a bit further down. Just gotta make sure that we have our warehouse then also close by. I will need to have another watchtower here though.
To work in this building.
So there it is. However, it needs artisans to really produce. And a warehouse. The artisans, just check it out. We need to upgrade more people. With that, we need more rice again. So here already complexity goes up. We still have a few planks, so let's upgrade. There you go. 2 more. Oh, I see. We do have the trees here, but it still doesn't count. So we need to have deforestation on top of it, right, for this to work. So let's have this one and increase its range as well. So now we should have then the optimal amount of forestation. Okay, with that we can now have the bronze smelter and then also the blacksmith.
There aren't enough people to work in this building.
With that, we have the tools production up. There's then more here and more here deposits, right? So this area will be mining and heavy industry most likely, together with them with the tin mines. For the fishermen, we have plenty of room, plus the granary. And yeah, I guess down here we could have more farming then, as there is already my irrigation now set up for that. But rice is actually pretty fine. We have a surplus of 6 rice right now per minute. So that's huge. Oh yeah, especially since the artisans actually consume less rice, right? So it's only 6, whereas the peasants were 12. So we're reducing that demand here right now. Also the fuel goes down, probably because these houses are built better. Look at the details though. I love how this game looks. I can't wait to build a big, beautiful Chinese city with that. Fantastic. Let's upgrade more people to artisans. Especially here in the town center. So that we have enough workforce. There you go. And then we can also add more peasants again. Question is where? Yeah, probably here on the other side. Oh, I can't build a road here. Why not? Looks like it's possible actually, but it's not. There's the market. Probably need another inventor workshop then here as well. It has a very tiny radius, unfortunately. Demons once again. Let's just watch out where they are, and we might build a shrine close by. But it looks fine for now. Ah, there they are. And shrine-wise, there's my shrine. Should be fine, right? Because we have another one here. And I can still increase its range. And I would also like to increase the range of this one here. This would be my next area of city expansion then, right? So here we can have more houses.
Prepare supplies of wood and food.
And finally also the first tools are coming in. 6 per minute we're producing with that blacksmith now. Let's have another watchtower down here now, so that we have the city expansion all the way down. And yeah, I'm going to leave this space area available for more farming. And down here, we could now start with our fish production since we have the tools. The first one, there you go. It will need, though, a granary. Probably going to have it over there. And then we also need the fish monger. Produces the fish fillets. And with that, a new production is up and running. This looks very cramped. It doesn't have that much space. And fish fillets is positive. So one was actually enough already to have a surplus of 4. And we can still upgrade this further. Let's just see. Doubling the fuel rations for the artisans makes them very happy. We're still having a nice positive or nice surplus there of logs, right? And so this is then 10. And with that, we can actually tax them a bit more. There you go. To have a positive income now and still a happy population. I'm already not regretting getting this feature. Next in line, we need to get the sorghum plantation. And baths. And I'm pleased to see the bath is a pretty big building. For this, I have reserved that area here. And yeah, with that, we're getting more happiness out of it. And more happiness means more taxes. Also, look at those buildings. Crazy details. Fantastic looking overall. Yeah, positive balance with that again. Very happy artisan population. Happy people pay happy taxes. Probably could tax the peasants a bit more, but this is then already a really big step in unhappiness. Do they also provide... No, they're not profiting from any kind of bath here in the surrounding area. But we still have a 70 happy population, so this is fine. And... we can upgrade a few more. Around the bath especially, right? So more people profit from it. And with that, we get the taxes up even further. Now, this is just a perfect location for a nice statue. that we have. And this is increasing the population of the surrounding area once again. Alright, so we can have this in several locations. Yeah, probably also here then somewhere. Ah, look at that. Perfect. So it's worth it to, yeah, keep some space available there as well. Resource-wise, we're looking good. So I would like to expand into this area too. I don't care about the resource deposits here, honestly. This is not possible. Might actually just make it like that. Have another house here, right? And then we're going into this area. And over here we have plenty of room. Okay, we have enough faith points, quite a bit, to, yeah, go for a miracle here. And that is the relationship level 2. Miracle of bountiful crops. And during rain, increase productivity of fields by 50%. And the last one with miracle of calm winters. Oh, right. Winter is not that demanding anymore, right? So we would have then 20% reduced demand in winter. For this one here, miracle of population increases the max residence in houses near government houses. Let's go ahead and do this. And then we have Wukong with the miracle of food, reduces the number of trees by 10 required to achieve the optimal productivity in lumberjacks. What? Why is it called miracle of food? Doesn't make sense. Then he would have the miracle of range, so this increases the range. And this one is the miracle of crops then, so the maximum field size can be increased by 25. And then we have our celestial shop. So here I can now purchase those miracles that we just unlocked, right? Miracle of safety. The heavy rain. I think I'm going with that. Science points generation is increased. This is something I like. And gives 50 food. Gives 50 of every food you unlocked. Let's go with the science points generation. And then we can activate them. And with that, those miracles are now running. And we have 20 minutes of it going. And this increases my research production. Faith and science at the same time. Nice. And I would like to go ahead and upgrade more people. Especially around my bathhouse. And we have a nice tax income at this point. 1,300 gold per minute. Another tag, Renovator Workshop, restores damaged buildings in a nearby area. Especially important when there's a fire. Oh, by the way, do we have the well already unlocked? Trade Office provides caravans moving along trade routes. Let's also go for this. And there's the well that we can also unlock. This provides then fire protection. And yeah, we can once again squeeze it in nicely here. I mean, of course, now that I know how these buildings look, I would probably like to rearrange this a bit differently. There's no move button. Unfortunately, we can only delete it and build them again. Right now, this is fine for me. This is the well. And then we have the caravan. Let's have this one probably... Oh, wait a second. We need a trade route for that.
Not enough planks, my man.
We also need a bit more rice. Let's have another rice farm over here just by the granary. And just along that canal. There you go. The good thing is you can really endlessly expand the canal with those pumps, right? So we could have one very big line over there. For now, I can have a rice farm here and then probably another one here. Let's also, for this rice farm, get the workers up so that we have this maximum productivity there again. Can I boost them? Doubling the workforce for the fishmonger and for the fishery. That's nice. That's peasants. And I think that was the artisans. Yeah, artisans. Right, so that we remain at a positive income there. Hemp clothes really is pretty stable. No one needs hemp clothes, it seems, at least in higher quantity. And there is now the caravan. Now we can build it. Let's have it here by the main road, really. Once again, lovely building. And with this, we can now start trade routes. Oh, this is new. Right, we can now start trade caravans that we have then going, for example, with planks. Oh, this is neat.
Winter is coming.
Look at that. We have several traders available and we can export to make some money. per minute. I like that it is based on a minute scale, right? So we can... you're paying it for 8. He's paying the most. He's paying 16. And we're selling him that for 20. And with that, we have a trade route going. Awesome. Still also the renovator workshop just in this location here. I would like to have it. And that is then repairing buildings, taking damage from fire and stuff like that. We can also increase the maximum durability of all buildings in range by 20%. This is also a neat upgrade. As always, I'm very impressed with the state of this game. I think it's really one of the most polished and promising city builders coming up, especially as it is pretty complex as well the further you advance here. So far so good. We have reached, unfortunately, the end of this playtest because everything that I would like to go for now is locked, right? So I cannot progress here further. Also not the duck farm nor the warm clothes. So this is also locked. So for me, we have built everything that is possible right now. And builds up a pretty extensive village that goes over there as well. There would be plenty of room for further expansions. And yeah, definitely going to check out this game further once we have received the new update. Hopefully then with tier 3, as I'm pretty sure they're working on that right now. I hope you enjoyed this one. Celestial Empire. Holy cow, something big is coming with this game. Stay tuned.